the short time that we had over in the US has unfortunately come to an end. Alhamdulillah, we've been able to film a number of programs that I'm sure you've enjoyed watching over the last few weeks. I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's helped us over there, and I hope you've enjoyed our programs and our special US edition of Real Talk.
I'm with you.
This was a program, really, that somehow I always, when I came to the UK, was hoping could happen in the USA. When I came to UK a few times and I met some of the young men who are working for MTA, and I was so impressed by them that my eyes became transfixed, and my mind was starting to project that, oh, if only we could do something like this in USA, because this is exactly what our youth need, to experience this ride and to understand what a wonderful ride it can be, and also to tap into their talents. I came here one day and some people said, yeah, that's great, you know, I think we would like to come to America. And one thing led to another. So I can say beyond words of appreciation to Allah and to Hazur and to the MTA department of UK for taking on this challenge.
Concept was that it's not just making the show in a different location, but also invigorating the youth to get involved in MTA and to get involved in this program. And we saw that happening. So when the MTA team, you know, through the process, after it was approved and after it started to you know, get closer to the date in November, we felt you know, a sense of excitement. There was also a sense of nervousness.
The day the team showed up, that's the day we were able to get behind the wheel. And I witnessed the transformation of so many young people who had been on that margin, always looking into the game, always, in fact, wanting to be part of it, but didn't know how to connect, how to get involved. And I watched them on that first night. The excitement in the room was amazing.
I think it came back down to you have to really believe. And so, you know, in my heart, I felt, look, this is what our beloved Khalifa wants from us. We have to put our best foot forward, and we have to try to do something and give it the best that we have.
This was real. This was raw for them. This was their emotions of just the pure joy of welcoming a group that's come all the way from, they felt came from Hazur, came from London, to give them this chance once again, and to motivate them, to encourage them, to train them, to teach them, to show them, to give them all the skills, and to give them that capacity to produce things like they've always wanted to. And I've heard those voices of people telling me, you know, alhamdulillah, you can't imagine what this was like for me. I've always dreamed about this.
This show is like a prayer answered, because I love this show. Like when I found out that this was a show, Real Talk, like it was something I've always wanted to see on MTV, and something for people to relate to. So I'm really happy that this show is.
Working on Real Talk USA was a wonderful opportunity. It gave us a chance to do something meaningful and work with what I'd have to call true professionals, the ones from MTA International. You know, working with them they really set an example, and one that I hope we can go forward with, inshallah.
That first step for them was, hey, I can do this, and it feels good, and let's keep going. And after that, they started becoming what this crew in UK was. What I always call them, you people are just obsessed. You're mad. You're wonderful. And that energy I began to see rise up in that room, in that crowd, and it not only rose from that first day, the word spread. It's kind of like saying, hey, come on down here. You know, it's just really happening.
We had made a number of plans. We had made plans for 5 recordings, back-to-back, trainings, having a lot of the Khuddam from the region here, coming in vans, and people from Philadelphia, and there was a lot of excitement. Now, all of those things didn't work according to the plan, like everything didn't work out, but alhamdulillah, a lot of those did work out, right?
DC, the word spread to brothers in in Chicago and in Philadelphia, and we went up to New York City, and the word spread there. It preceded us. So by the time we got there, you could see their faces like they were so anxious, like, oh, here they are. Let's go and do this. So it was so wonderful, and to have the tour not just be in one place, but to move from city to city, and to go with this newly created energy and spirit, and begin touch more and more young lives and young minds and young visions, to inspire them and to motivate them and direct and channel their energies to keep it going now. Even when we leave, is keep it going. And we've seen that happen, that after the team left and the final cut was, okay, it's a wrap, Real Talk USA is all finished. They said, no, it's not finished. We won't let you finish this now, because this is what we wanted to start, and you gave us the start now. You gave us a new birth, a new chance, and we want to run with it.
We're feeling like, I hope this continues, and we hope and pray that we can now build on this momentum, on this great opportunity. So after they left, we have made a commitment, and we're trying to live up to that commitment.
Well, so it obviously seemed like a tremendous challenge, and my experience in doing this as a type of Jamaat work is that, Allah definitely makes up our shortcomings.
Alhamdulillah, it was a blessing. And I guess the only other thing on kind of a personal note, that I had a chance to visualize a dream, and to see the dream come true in a lifetime. And what greater blessing can a person have in life than that, to really desire something in your mind, and Allah blesses you in a way that you can actually see it come to pass in your lifetime, and know that you played a little role, humble as small as it may have been, in getting something like that started in another nation. So for me, it was truly an honor and a pleasure.
Mini.
And this program, I'm just waiting for the car to go by. Join us just after a few minutes. Can I do that again, please?
With millions of Americans living in the inner cities.
Okay, but first, let's take a short break, and we'll look at the. Oh man, I can never get that part. What's that called? The walk on the street? Word on the street. Okay. Word on the street. Okay. But first, let's get our viewers at home more in tune with the topic of today, and we'll do that by looking at the meat on the street. Sorry, that's not the meat on the street, is it? It's the word on the street. Okay.
Immediately after the production,
So what's the impression so far on US?
So far, everything here is big. This is how I'm going to sleep. This is my nightclub, actually. Well, basically, I'm making the stage at the moment. I like to be quite hands-on with these programs. So.
Yeah. The issues that people are confronted with in the.
Stay tuned for Talk.
Prophecy, because we're all part of the West. Most of us are born and raised here, so every person who accepts Islam, in a sense.
I think we have to stop for a bit there.
Saved by the bell.
So in the second.
The requirement of keeping up with the Joneses is becoming much and more.
All right, look at the camera real quick.
On today's episode of Real Talk of Urban Life in America.
Back at the panel and see what they have to say.